Okay, Attorney General Bondi, I believe you have a resolution to share with us.
I do, if I can find my glasses, Governor.
I, of course, have some.
All right. Thank you, Governor. This May is ALS Awareness Month, and sadly, as many of you know here today, we had lost our chairman, David Bittner, very quickly to ALS. So that's an issue near and dear to many of us here today. And I'd like to now invite to the podium, if I could, Kim Hanna, President of the ALS Association Florida Chapter, Nancy Williamson, ALS advocate and former president of the chapter, Tyler Price, who lost his father to ALS, and in the audience we have members, I believe, of Chairman Bittner's staff. Are you all here? Why don't you wave to us, everybody? Thank you. Thanks for being here. And I know Wendy Bittner wanted to be here, and she's on a well-deserved place out of town this week, and so we're happy for Wendy. But ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease, is a progressive neurodegenerative disease that affects the nerve cells in the brain and the spinal cord. Although this disease was first identified in 1869 and much more is known about it today, there is still no known cause for this fatal disease or how it can be prevented or effectively treated or cured. And I went through this with Mark Ober, our state attorney in Hillsborough County, who lost his mother to ALS, and being with someone who has ALS, I know is very, very difficult to do. So thank you all for what you do. As many as 30,000 Americans may currently be affected by and living with ALS, and 1,200 of them approximately are here in Florida. We are recognizing May as ALS Awareness Month to bring attention to the disease and to enhance an understanding of ALS, while also encouraging all Floridians to support the educational programs and research to find a cure for this devastating disease. Governor, I would move the resolution.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded to show it approved without objection.
Thank you. And would you like to speak?
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you, Attorney General Bondi, Governor Scott, other cabinet members. On behalf of the nearly 1,300 people living in Florida with ALS, we want to thank you for bringing this resolution forward. It's very important to create the needed awareness for a critical disease. ALS is particularly cruel, and it's always fatal. Wendy Bittner has kept Dave's legacy alive by joining our Board of Trustees on a leadership level to continue the fight against ALS. I'd like to say a few words on her behalf that she has given us this morning. Although I cannot be with you this morning, I want to express my deep gratitude and appreciation for all of the love and support that has helped sustain me through the difficult times following Dave's diagnosis of ALS and his passing. I am deeply touched by the constant outpouring of genuine friendship demonstrated by all of you. It's that unflinching fidelity that together we will find a cure for ALS and secure Dave's ultimate victory over such a cruel disease. I want to extend a special thank you to Attorney General Pam Bondi for today's proclamation and to the House and Senate members who declared February 24th Dave Bittner Day. Very truly, Wendy Bittner. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. First off, I'd just like to thank the Governor and the State Cabinet for having us over today. Basically, most of you already know what ALS is. Some of you have seen it firsthand even. It's simply something you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. It's a disease that takes away the people we love piece by piece. Personally, my family and I watched as it took my father away from us. It's literally took a man who was full of life and left behind an empty shell. It starts as a tremor or a slurring of speech. Then it begins to sap the strength of the individual, making even the most mundane task difficult. Eventually, they won't be able to walk, feed themselves, or enjoy so much of what we all take for granted. ALS doesn't simply cause the death of who it affects. It takes the life right out of them. Men like former Chairman Steve Bittner are examples of some of the best among us that can be stricken with this disease. However, we do have hope. Some amazing medical breakthroughs have taken place right here in Florida, and our state is really on the front lines of a battle that can only end in one way, and that's with the defeat of ALS.